DJ Uzi, DJ Uzi. DJ Uzi, DJ Uzi.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming back to you with a video of 10 things you should know before you study abroad. I studied abroad in my spring semester of my junior year to Italy, Rome. I'm speaking based off my own personal experience and my experience being black while traveling. So like, subscribe, comment again. Let's get into the video. Well, the way I'm saying these tips is not in specific order, but I want to start off by saying, number one, you should know a little bit of the language of the country you're studying abroad to. You never know, like, you should know basic things like hello, how to order things, how to ask for directions, just basic things, because you never know when you may run into a situation of being in a country where nobody speaks English. So just to be able to hold a conversation or to get from A to B, it's very important to be able to communicate with the people there. Number two, try to take out some emergency currency. You never know how much money you're really spending unless you're really budgeting, but you should have like a stash. And like for me personally, when I wanted to go on my spring break, it would have been really great if I would have had like emergency fund so that I could be able to spend the money, spend that actual cash while I was there. They use cards. Some cards charge a fee. I know I have Discover credit card, so they didn't charge me any fees, but even on a debit card, they only charge like cents. And I feel like it's better to have a card anyway, because, you know, I'll get deeper down into why it's great to have a card instead of, well, I feel like it's also great to have money as well, because not a lot of places have cards. So yeah, money or cards, that's a great thing to have. Number three, leading from my last one, know how to budget. You should have a great budget as to what you're going to spend in these next 4 to 5 months that you're going to be in another country. I would say ideal, possibly $2,500 to $3,000 will be a great lot of money. You can split it up of how much you should be spending weekly. I feel like also, if you're not staying in a homestay, you should be carving out some money for, you know, how much you're going to pay on groceries. What does the prices look like? You know, you can spend what you want as far as like buying stuff and things like that, but I think it's very great just to have a budget in mind and being able to have more than enough, because you never know what situations you may end up in, which will also be another story time about why it's great to budget. My fourth advice is, make sure you're looking at like small rules that will be different from in America. One is specific, such as transportation rules. You know how here in America, when we get on the bus, you swipe your card or you put your token in immediately. As soon as you get on the bus, they don't usually have the back doors open. But specifically in Italy, you can buy a ticket and all the doors open, but you have to put it in this like machine, this yellow machine, so that you stamp it, because sometimes cops come on the bus just to check and see if you've done it. They don't come on a lot, but I think it's just definitely great to be near one just in case a police officer decides to get on. And then sometimes they don't know your language, so then you're just looking stupid on the bus trying to tell them that you didn't know. So if you don't know, then you know. I'll have a picture of like what I'm talking about as far as like putting a ticket in, so that you can scan it and be cool on a bus and not have anybody mess with you. Number five, try to get lost in the city. And I know that sounds like really like ironic, like what do you mean get lost in the city? When I say get lost in the city, I think it'll be best for you to just look around, travel, like go look at places that you probably wouldn't know about. Like, you know, usually people look up like what are the best places to visit, but sometimes you find the best places to visit just by walking around, just trying to figure out like where you are and getting to know the city. By the time I left Italy, I knew where a lot of places were, just because like we traveled just around the city, but I wish I would have just walked around more and got a sense of the city, like really becoming embedded in it. Advice number 6, give yourself the opportunity to meet new people. So typically, well, when I went to study abroad, I went with my best friend, but also I think it's very important if you're staying in an apartment or just the people in your program, is really important to try to connect with them, because these people are experiencing the same things as you are. Some are going for the first time, some are coming again. And what better way to like meet people who you probably would never have met because they don't live in your city or state? How fun is it to just make those new connections? I met some great people while studying abroad who I can call my friends now, and just, you know, learning about their experiences and sharing my experiences. I think it's really great just to, you know, have an open mind and be open up to people. It's a nice opportunity to put yourself out there and just be a different person or become a more open you. Number 7, watch out for pickpocketers. That is something really common in Europe. You never know. They're so like good with it that they can touch your sides and not even know. That's why it's important to have your bag in front of you. Don't ever carry your passport around. Always carry a photocopy of just your identification, so that in the event that you needed to show it to somebody who was trying to identify who you were, you can just easily show it to them. But always keep your bag in the front of you, because you never know who may try to touch you or whatever the case may be. Number 8, I would say to bring an extra bag inside your luggage for when you want to travel on the weekends, or in my case, if you were going to travel for a week. It is so much better to just have like a carry-on bag instead of lugging a big suitcase that you brought in order to travel, because it brought many problems for us. Like me and my friend trying to go to the Louvre, we had to, that's a whole nother thing. But yes, bring an extra luggage for you to travel on the weekends or to just travel in general. It'll save you so much time and space and it will help you with packing. Tip number 9. Do not be so offended if you see that a lot of people are looking at you. There's a lot of asylum seekers and refugees who reside in Italy or any other country, so people may stare as if they haven't seen you before, or like they haven't seen a black person before. If you find instances where people are staring at you, I would advise just to smile. Sometimes people just need a smile in their day. And once you're there for a while, the stares will probably minimize, or you'll probably notice it less, just because of the fact that you're so used to it. I experienced being served last at a restaurant and also being gypped. So be careful for that. You do not have to, that's a special, you do not have to tip waiters. It's known that in Europe, they don't usually tip because they get paid more than the average American. So if you see a tip drawn on a receipt, then that is not correct. You do not have to pay it. The manager probably is trying to gyp you. So be careful for that. Tip number 10, wear what you want to wear in a European country, because they say to dress up like how they do in other countries, but I feel like you can dress however you want. People are more than likely going to know that you're foreign just because of the fact that when you speak, you have an accent, an American accent. And the way they're dressing is not too different from the way you're dressing. Everybody has their own style, and you should be able to embrace it. Don't not bring party clothes because people say, do not wear this. They don't like really short things. Wear what you like. You're going to go out. You're going to have fun. You're going to meet new people. And maybe you can introduce a style to whoever you're living with or the new people you meet. So, I have a bonus tip. Be mindful when you're buying a bunch of souvenirs. You don't have to buy multiple souvenirs from one specific place. If you feel the need to buy souvenirs, buy one in each place. Because more than likely you probably won't give them out, or if you do give them out, it's not going to be a lot. Or you can just get them so that it could personally be for you for memories. But that concludes my video. Thank you for watching for so long and making it to the end. And as promised, I have a scenario to end off this video. The scenario is, what do you do in a situation where you feel like you're losing a close relationship with somebody? Leave your advice in the comments, and I hope to hear it. I'll be open to responding, giving my own input, and just thank you for watching this video. Bye.
CJ, ooh, CJ, ooh, CJ.